So lads, welcome to Oak Swamp and part 41 of the Austin 10 special wrap. As you probably noticed, we have a band in this week, the Moonshine Rascals, and they'll be providing the music for the rest of the show. Anyway, the wrap this week. On the road to getting it MOT'd, I've got a list of snagging to do. So let's get on with it. Ian's got an oil leak. Look. Can you see this? So I've got to fix that. Also, if you remember when I started it the other day, this core plug at the back is leaking. Neither of these things are a problem, but I don't fancy doing them in the car, so I'm going to whip Ian out. I'm going to whip that radiator out.
We're going up, we're going down, we're going up, down, down, up and where you wanna roll. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got me doing what you want me, baby, what you want me to do. You got me creeping, you got me hiding, you got me deep, high, deep, and where you wanna let roll.
Just got to disconnect this clutch, which is one split pin away.
You got me doing what you want me, baby, what you want me to do.
I think I'm going to have to take the gearbox to have a look at the back of the engine. This is the core plug that's gone. There we go. That'll be it then. Look, coming straight out of that back oil seal.
Down, down, up and where you wanna roll. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got me doing what you want me, baby, what you want me to do. You got me creeping, you got me hiding, you got me deep, high, deep, and where you wanna roll. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got me doing what you want me, baby, what you want me to do.
Right, so you find me on a train with Sassaroo. And it's Sass's birthday. So we're popping over to the Isle of Wight, but we're not taking any vehicles, we're going by foot. So we're now on the train. We've just walked up here, but I forgot to put the GoPro on, otherwise you'd have seen the exciting walk that I do up here. Not that I do it. Right, you might remember me telling you that I used to live on a boat. Well, Sass has just reminded me, but we're going to go buy it in a minute. Right, here we go. Oh my god, there it is. I don't know if you're going to see this, but it's just there. Look, that one there.
There she be.
It's like going on a plane, isn't it? There we go, this is the boat. What we're going to do now is go over to the Isle of Wight on this yoke, and then we're going to get some din-dins, won't we? What do you want?
Something spicy.
Okay, so we've arrived at the hotel and Sass has checked us in. And this is our room. We got the outside room. I'm not sure about the cooking facilities. I don't know if this is on TripAdvisor. It's got a tree house. It's got all these seats are quite well made, aren't they? Yeah. We find a lot of these on the Isle of Wight, these little areas where the kids have got out and they make a little den. It's cool. So we're messing around walking through the woods and look what we found. Look at this. This is definitely 30s. There's a shock absorber off of it. Shall I see if I can lift it?
It looks like it's too buried, isn't it? Ooh! You did lift it.
Yeah, still there. Still complete.
We're going to take it back on the red jet.
I reckon it's Morris. It's full studded. It's got some snazzy wheel nuts on there. No wheels left. It's a nice thing to find. It seems we're out here on Sass's birthday. You know me and bric-a-brac shops. Oh, speakers. Look at you. Remember these?
Yeah.
But what we actually came in here for was... Go on, Sass.
Oh yeah.
The rat's got a horn. Do a bit of rusting last night. That's interesting. This thing just doesn't want to rust, but it's going now. This is a salt and vinegar mix. Just let them have some of that. Right, so these front brake cables, I need to get rid of this nice finish on this end. Looks a bit bad now. It looks as though it's been on there a while. By the time this end rusts, extremely happy with the way these front brakes turned out, because there's a bit of an unknown entity, you know, but it worked surprisingly well. Right, I'm just connecting up the finals of this brake system. Now I've got these in the right place for there. You can see the rod's just a little bit too small. It wants to be about another 2 inches longer. So I'm going to make 2 more of these. Right, so I was working away and I got a knock at the garage door, and it was my mate Phil. Now I haven't seen Phil for over 30 years, so where you been then, Phil?
I moved to Australia, Bri. Yeah, 24 years ago, 23.
Not only did Phil come and see me, but he deposited 500 Australian dollars into my PayPal account for the channel.
Yeah, well, I didn't have my glasses on at the time, Bri, so it was 50. So you owed me 450, eh?
That's why he's come here, I think.
It's yours, Bri.
So what do you want me to do with it, Phil?
Well, I've been watching you in the grinding. I'm a blacksmith by trade, so
right.
And it's got to be easier ways of doing it, Bri. You'll probably knock out more cars with a plasma, so I want you to buy yourself a plasma, mate.
You're a fucking gentleman. Cheers, brother.
You're welcome, man.
Nice one.
Enjoy
man.
what you do.
I've armed him with a t-shirt, ready to go back to Perth. Nice one, Phil.
Yeah, good luck.
Well, how nice was that, eh? I went to school with Phil way back when. And I haven't really seen him. I probably saw him in my early 20s, and then he moved to Australia and I haven't seen him since. Okay, so the new oil seal arrived. They come really quick. I only ordered that yesterday, so I'm going to quickly whip him on that. There you go. I know you're supposed to press them in, but it went in just as easy. The alternator colour looks a bit better now. I'm just going to bung him on, see how he looks. Yeah, it looks way older, doesn't it? Okay, so that's Ian back together. Right, I've kept the body off for the minute because there's a couple of little jobs that I want to do in there. Jobs that have become apparent since putting the body on. The first one, when I went to take the engine out, this gearbox mount here, you can see it's bent now, but it caught up on everything, you know, so I want that to finish here. I was never happy with this bracket because it looks sort of as though it shouldn't be there, so I'm going to make a new bracket that comes down to here and joins into this. And then I'm thinking possibly weld a bracket onto here, and then that bolts to it. So when you take the gearbox out, you just undo this bolt here, and out you go, and it's only that wide. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this gearbox bracket off the back. Now to do this, I'm going to drain the oil, but this is a good thing because I actually got the oil wrong. GL5, and it should have been GL4, someone pointed it out. Now I did notice this at the time and tried to change it on eBay, but they didn't change it and I forgot about it, so it got GL5, but I'm going to swap that over to GL4, but thanks whoever pointed that out. I can't remember who it was that long ago. Nice one.
Some people say a man is made out of mud. A tall man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and skin and bones. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. It owes 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. I owe myself to the company store. I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. I picked up a shovel and I walked to the mine. I loaded 6 was born one morning, it was drizzling rain. Fighting in trouble out my middle lane.
Right, this is becoming one bracket now, which is quite good because it's a bit more rigid like that. So I'm going to cut this off round here.
You know, 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and people in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, cause
Right, I'm going to use this piece I cut off to make the other piece, I think.
to the company store. If you see me coming, better step aside. A lot of men didn't, a lot of men died. One is divine and the other is steel. If the right one don't get you, then the left one will. You know, 16s and what do you get? Another day and people in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, cause I can't go. To the company store.
There you go, that looks loads better to me. When you're pushing the pressure this way, it's actually trying to push this way. So that's working quite well and it makes it easy to get on and off. I'll finish welding that later, but at the moment what I'm working on is this tunnel. If you remember, it was rattling. The UJ was just hitting here. Now what I want to do is make a piece here that you can take on and off. So you can get at the UJ for greasing it up or whatever, or just checking it, you know. Because once this is in, it's pretty stuck in there because of the seats go on top of it. So I'm going to cut this out and get this to fix here somehow and start levelling for this floor, because when I go to drive it again, nope, all off. So this is where I'm going to put it. But what I need to do, where these chassis tapers down, I thought about putting metal on it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of wood along here, a tapered bit of wood which goes from nothing there up to about an inch there. Bolt it through, and then that's the mainstay for the floor. And what it'd do, it'd bring it up as high as this as well. I've got this lump of hardwood. It's the same stuff as I used on the sides there. On this metric imperial thing, what I tend to do, because I was brought up in the 70s and you know what I mean, inches were still in big use there, so it's whatever's easiest really. Right, so here's the idea. That's sit into there, and then that's sit on there. I've got a nice hole down there I can use as a bolt hole. Makes the floor a bit more level. It looks a little bit wee from here. Just to make sure I run a straight edge along, just to make sure it stays flat. And that is as good as I want it. Pretty darn good. So you want the hole in the middle of there. Right, this rivet here is getting in the way, so one there, and one around there. Kind of like these ones, they've got a nice head on them, look. I've got those two bits of wood in, and that's securing that for the minute. They'll all be bolted up afterwards because I've got to still change this prop. And I've got to make a little cover to go between here and here. I'll wait till the prop's on before I do that, and I'm going to make that a valley. So now, fuel line. Use this original one. I'm not sure where yet though, because there's not a great deal of room. Look, you can see how low he is now. That's how low it is, at the lowest point. Right, I've decided to run this fuel line on the outside. I'm going to run him up there and bring him up next to the dipstick there. Now I've got a load of these original old clips, so I'm going to use these. Ow. Right, that's as far as I can get it for the minute. I need to go and get some fittings. Okay, on to t-shirts and the tip jar. Massive thanks to you boys who went to the tip jar this week, and you are as follows. Barry Toep. Barry, you were super generous, man. Thanks, dude. Graham D. Kelly. Greg Yop. Paul Wood. Sam Keeler. Ranger Man. And Lars Eric London. Lars won a t-shirt last time. He went straight to the tip jar and paid the postage off and put another tip in there. Cheers, mate. These guys have all contributed to the tip jar. If you too wanted to contribute to the tip jar, go over to my homepage, press on description. There you'll find tip jar. You'll also find a link to our Facebook site, Facebook Rats. Now, if you want to come over there and have some more, there's a good community there of lads who are all into this same stuff, and they're a good bunch of blokes, I can tell you. Mr. Rob Bolland is caretaking over at Oak Swamp Rats at the moment. Cheers, Rob. And that gives me a little bit of time to get over to Instagram, because I've just started that. So if you're on the old Instagram, get over there, Oak Swamp Rats. Nice one. Right, there was an overwhelming response to the old t-shirts coming out last week. We sold all of our stock nearly instantly, so apologise to anyone who bought after the first initial stock, because we had to reorder, but hopefully everyone's got their t-shirts by now. Someone who didn't get their t-shirt in time was a fella called James Wren. James's sister-in-law Hayley sent me a mail saying it was James's birthday and she got him a shirt, and would it arrive in time? Unfortunately it didn't. Hopefully it has done by now, but I'm wishing you a very happy belated birthday, James Wren. Cheers, dude. If you also want to get an Oak Swamp t-shirt, you'll find the shop over in the description on my homepage as well. Anyway, moving on to this front end, I've got a few little jobs I want doing on here. Right, so these shock absorbers, my initial plan was to run a bolt through here. And you see, the shock absorbers have got big rubbers on. I allowed for the indifference in length between the shock absorber arm and the spring and that by having a slider, and I really don't like it. It wasn't a very good idea, to be completely honest with you. So what I'm going to do, this is off the old Big 7 I got off of Joe the other week, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount it so it goes about there, and then this top here, it's very, very close. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lop it off in two places, open it a little bit so this fits in there nicely with a bit of bendy space. You see, I've got plenty of room, so I'm going to weld a washer on each face, and then this will run with its own little shackle, and that'll take up all the indifference. And then what I've got to do, once I've done that, these steering arms I dug up, you know, so they've been under the ground for at least 50 years, so their core strength, although it's good, I would say it's suspect. So what I'm going to do is make a big gusset that comes up here, drill a few holes in it so it looks cool. This one's off the dug up 10 as well, and I'm going to do the same sort of idea there, but also I've got to come up with something for securing this, because I battered the thread getting him out because he was properly in there. What I'm going to do is cut that whole piece off, I think. Cut it off to where it was originally, because he's never used to come round here. I don't know why I did it that way. I don't know. I was having a moment, but I'm going to clean this right up, get rid of all of that. Paul's popped over with Lou.
Hello.
Well, I quit my job down at the car wash, left my mama a goodbye note. And my son and Hollywood Kingston with my guitar under my coat. I hitchhiked all the way down to Memphis, got a room at the YMCA. For the next 3 weeks I want to hunt that night, cause I'm looking for a place to play. But I thought my fear was cinema pop, but nobody wanted to hire a guitar man. When I leave that start to get down to Memphis, I run out of money and luck. So I'm bumming right down to Lake of Georgia, overload a poultry truck. I done all down to Panama City, so I figured out some of them all night bars. Hoping I can make myself a dollar, make a music on my guitar. I got the same old story, them all night peers, you know there ain't no room around here for a guitar man.
So that's what it's going to do, just like that. What I'm going to do, put this 3mm grinding disc in there, and then weld it like that. That gives me some hole there, and I can feel that hole for the weld. Oh, now it's going to be nice and strong.
My guitar and I said in, sure what a little town like, with a real guitar man, shut up George.
I'll make some little spaces for in here.
If you ever take a trip down to the ocean, find yourself down around Mobile, make it out to a club called Jackson, you got a little time to kill. Just follow the crowd of people, you'll wind up out on his dance floor.
Right, that's them welded up. I just put some blobs on the top here, you see, like here, just to straighten these out, and then I can grind this all to be a bit better.
Really look at Tom, man. Hey, hey!
Right, I found this, I don't know what it is, but what I'm going to do with this is make some little cheeks on the side of these arms, like that. Right, there you are, I'm pretty pleased with that, and it looks pretty cool. Okay, there we go, that's all in there nice and good. Right, I'm really pleased with that. It not only looks better, but it works better by the time it's all gone rusty. I redid this track rod and found a bit of steel, and I welded it right the way through with this piece in the middle. And what I've just done is drill some holes, and I'm going to put some plugs in there, and that'll make sure. Right, that's had 3 pins there. That's not going to come apart now. Solid as a rock, so I'll give that a little clean up. Right, I've got to put a number plate on the back of here. So I've just found some white gloss. Well, it's not white, it's sort of an off-white. So that's the colour I'm going to do it, so. So what I plan to do is draw the numbers on there and then paint around it in black. I think I'm going to paint this front number plate in the same offish white and then do the same with that. Well, we all know how much Andy doesn't like being painted, so I'm just going to paint it straight on. I don't want it to be good. Alright, Greg's arrived, and if you remember, quite a while back I made this piece of wood for up this side. Now I curved it, and I never got round to doing another one, and Greg has just turned up with it done.
Yeah, well, it's the strangest bit of boat building I've ever done.
What have you put on it? Stain?
Well, it's a bit of something nasty that I made up.
Yeah, it looks nice and old, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit of linseed oil and a bit of blackness.
Look at that number plate.
Right.
Wonder if it's getting off yet. No. I don't know if this is going to work. I've never painted a number plate on before, have you?
Not in reverse.
Well, what I'm going to do is let it dry.
Yeah.
Put some very, very fine sandpaper over it.
Yeah.
You know, 1000 or something.
Yeah.
And then draw the letters on, then paint black around the edges. Right, as the boys are over and playing music, today we're going to have the first jamming with Julian. And what we're going to do is I'm going to fire Julian up, and we're going to use him as kind of like a drum machine. These boys coming over now, they're going to play a tune to it. Thanks to Stefan for a little bit of inspiration on this idea. If you're new to the channel, you won't know who Julian is. Now, Julian's a 1964 Benwell dumper. He's got a single cylinder Lister 350 in it. And what I'm going to do is fire him up, let him tick over, and these boys are going to jam along with him. Well, how cool was that? Thanks a lot, lads. That was brilliant. So if the viewers want to find you, where should they go?
Check us out on Facebook, where you can see all our latest updates for gigs around the area, and also our YouTube page, which is the Moonshine Rascals, for all our latest videos and music. See you there.
There you go. These boys are going to be coming on again, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
And they started off jamming with Julian just right. Thanks again, lads.
Thank you.
Cheers, boys. Well, that's about it for this week, lads, I'm afraid. Massive thanks to the Moonshine Rascals for their excellent performances. Also to Paul and Lou for their excellent dancing. Please make sure you stay to the end of the video and you'll see Paul and Lou back in action. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave me a like and a comment. If you're not subscribed at this point, make sure you bang the old subscribe button. If you're feeling flush, leave me a couple of quid in the tip jar. Better still, buy yourself one of them snazzy Oak Swamp t-shirts, and I will catch you dudes here next time. Hang loose.
When you touch my hand, my heart skips a beat, and it beats that stranger way. When we slide in the desert, my heart starts to bump. I wanna shout, hey, hey, hey. I wanna know if you love me. Well, I wanna know if you want me to be there. Well, I wanna know if you love me. Well, still love me. Oh, I only got one heart, I ain't got none to spare. When you touch my hand, my heart skips a beat, and it beats that stranger way. When we glide in the desert, my heart starts to bubble on a shout. Hey, hey, hey. I wanna know if you love me. Well, I wanna know if you want me to be there. Well, I wanna know if you love me. Well, none to spare. Well, I got one heart, ain't got none to spare. Well, I only got one heart and I ain't got none to spare.
T-shirts. had big responsible carrots. There's people with their flat heads. Me and Phil used to go to school together, and it couldn't have been fucking. I'm talking nonsense now, because I'm a penis. This is a dog bone off an Austin 10. Austin fucking 7, you prick. This is an Austin 10, and hopefully it's going to sit just about in the right place, so it looks aesthetically. So it looks aesthetic. I can't fucking say that. Aesthetic. So it looks aesthetically pleasing. Ah, fuck that word. Come on, lads, give us that cum shot look. As you probably noticed, we have a band this week, the Moonshine Rascals. A band in this week, the Moonshine. Fucking Moonshine. Moonshine Rascals. Moonshine Rascals. So have you... Are they bacon sandwiches? They sound great, don't they? Lads, bacon sandwiches.
Don't look, Sean.
Is he veggie?
He just have the bread.
Tough luck, sucker. Get in, stuck in, straight in.
Beautiful.
Thanks very much, you two.